Welcome to the Athletistry cross-training workout. Today, we're training like athletic artists, which means a powerful warm-up, weights, and an epic cool-down. This is a full-body strength session that builds power, control, and actual technique, not whatever your band around the ankle is pretending to do. Here's what you'll need: a towel, a water bottle, weights, although I will give you non-weighted options as well, and the will to overcome years of lies your ballet teacher told you to just do push-ups. So let's warm up before your ankles file a complaint. All right, dancers, cat backwards, core on, let's go. All right, dancers, we're starting our workout with a nice warm-up to get the synovial fluid flowing in our joints so that we don't injure ourselves while we're training. You can do this warm-up before your ballet classes as well. It's a great way to get your body moving and an excellent way to start your day. So starting with our feet out in front, our hands are going to come behind our body. We're going to push our hips up towards the ceiling and then come back down. Going for 1, 2. Lift those hips the same way you wish your développé would. 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze your glutes like you're trying to hold your turnout. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to switch over now. Hands are going to come directly beneath our shoulders into a plank on the floor. And you want your plank at the beginning to be as flat as your feet after a 6-hour rehearsal. You're going to push back into a downward dog and then come back to the plank for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really arching through the back to get that full stretch through your shoulders. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Our next exercise is a squat to pike. Knees on either side of your elbows so they're not rolling in like your shaky pliés. Stretching your hips up towards the ceiling and then coming back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure at the bottom you're getting that chest up so we're getting a nice stretch through our upper back as well. 8, 9, and 10. Standing up, we're going to do a side-to-side lunge. So feet are going to go a little bit wider than your hips. You're going to lunge over to one side. You're going to use that wide second position like you're doing a grand plie that you know you're not supposed to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming down to the ground now, we're going to extend that hip so we're fully getting the arabesque of your dreams. Lunging into your front knee, stretch your back knee as much as you can, keeping your hips at the same height, and come back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swapping over to the other side, because guess what? We still have 2 legs. I know you try to forget about your left side like it doesn't exist, but we got to do both sides. Going in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, guys. Grab a little drink of water, and we're going to head up to the wall to work on our ankles and get them ready for our next part of the workout. So this first exercise is going to be an anterior tibialis raise. We're going to place our feet angled away from the wall, leaning slightly forward, and you're going to flex your feet like you're trying to show your pedicure towards the audience. 1, 2, we're doing 25 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If that's a little bit difficult, you can always move your feet back a little bit so that you're a bit closer to the wall. Or if you want more challenge, you can take them farther away. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, feeling the burn. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Have a rest. Shake it off, guys. That muscle there at the front is going to help your landings. It's going to support your ankles, and it's going to make sure that you're not rolling in like a wobbly ball. I don't know about you guys, but my shins and ankles are feeling alive. So the next exercise we're going to do is a calf raise on the box. Now you can either do this with a bar or holding dumbbells at your side. I'm going to add the bar. We want our heels to drop off the bottom of the box, and then you're going to rise up and come back down. We're doing 25. We're rising like a clean releve, not a panic, letting the heels drop slightly at the bottom of the box when we finish. That's 3, 4. Control the down. Don't drop like a souffle. Think long ankles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, feeling the burn, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Our last little exercise before we get into the workout is going to be our step downs. This is going to help our control for our landings. It's going to make sure that our knees are nicely warmed up before we get into our squats, and it's going to get you prepared for what we're about to do in the main training part of this workout. So you're going to put your foot out to the front, holding onto a bar for a bit of stability, lower down until your heel touches the ground or as far down as you can, and then come back up. If you don't have a box, you can do the same thing on the ground. We're just going to be working through that maximum range of motion, working on the range of your plie, working on developing the strength in your quadriceps, and supporting your knees for longevity, not wheelchairs later on. So foot is going out to the front, lowering heel to ground. 1. Again, 25 on each side. 2, 3. Lowering down, nice and controlled, not like a slouching potato. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Remember, guys, we got to do both sides. Turning around, other foot out to the front, hand on your hip, going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think about the reversing, the control of the lowering and the coming back out. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. All right, guys, that's the main warm-up. Go ahead and grab yourself some water, towel off a little bit, and we'll get into the workout in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, guys. You should be nice and warm and ready to work. We're going to do 4 exercises today for this main part of the workout. I'm going to introduce each one, and then we're going to get in and do those sets together. I'm here working with you guys the same way that you're working at home. So if you have any questions, be sure to drop them into the comments afterwards, and I'll be able to answer them later on. But let's get into it, guys. Let's kick some butt, and let's get this done. For our first exercise, we've got mini squat bounces into full range squats. We're going to do 10 bounces into 10 squats. The purpose of this exercise is to help your jumps, to support the fast twitch muscles in the bounces. And then as we get into the full squats, we're working on that full range of motion, going as deep into the squat as possible. Here are some things to look out for. When you're doing the hops, make sure that we're really relaxing into the legs and controlling that landing. And when we get into the full squats, when you get to the bottom, make sure those knees aren't collapsing like Bambi on ice. Make sure that your hips are going below parallel and you're really connecting your glutes, weight through the heels, weight through the ball of the feet as well, and then driving that force back up so we don't finish the squat like this. We come all the way to the top, a little bit of glute squeeze at the end. It's up to you what kind of resistance you want to use. I'm going to put a bar on my back, but you can hold weights in your hands. You can hold a kettlebell in front. It's up to you where you're at. But as you progress through this workout, guys, if you're doing this more than once, make sure you're increasing your weights so that you're getting that progressive overload that you can get stronger every time. Here's the introduction. We go 10 little bounces like this, and then you go full squat for 10. We're doing this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And squat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze at the top. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, guys. Have a rest. We're going to put a minute on the clock, going in 3, 2, 1 minute. This is your rest time, guys. You want to breathe. You want to grab some water. You want to towel off. It's up to you. It's how you're going to use that time. Once that timer goes off, we are back into the workout, ready to go, ready to push. As you're working through this, guys, you really want to make sure that the VMO is firing when you get to the bottom of the squat, that we're controlling through that landing. Remember, those calf exercises, those ankle exercises we did before, were a little bit of a challenge, almost a pre-burn to get ready for this one. Plus, those step downs, they were getting your knees prepared so that when we get into this, they're not in pain. It's really important that you take that time to do the warm-up first. Don't just skip to the main workout. The same way that you would in ballet class, you're not just going to sit in the splits and then skip straight to Grand Allegro. We got to go through the whole process to get the results. And we're going to go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feeling that control through the feet. Go and squat in 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, guys. Have a rest. Minute back on the clock. Make sure in those squats, guys, that your knees are tracking out. Turnout is perfect. All right, minute on the clock. Knees are tracking out in those squats, guys, so that we're not rolling in and letting that come across like that. Make sure you're also not going into that anterior tilt. We don't want any Kardashian booties out there trying to hold and create pressure in your low back and tension in your hip flexors. Squeeze at the top so we get that neutral spine, and you're controlling your pelvis at the end of the movement. Get some water, towel off a little bit, and we're going to get going again in about 30 seconds. If you're feeling the burn at home, know that I'm there with you too, guys. I can feel my quadriceps warming up. I can feel my calves, my ankles ready to take on this last set. If you want to challenge yourself, if you haven't done it with weights yet, grab some weights, grab something that's weighted, even if it's just a heavy bottle of water or something that's adding a little bit of resistance, because it's that resistance that's going to make your body say, ooh, I need to get stronger. I need to build. All right, guys, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to squat. 1, 2. Exhale on the coming up. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, have a rest. We're going to give you 2 minutes to rest. Shake your legs out, walk around a little bit, and make sure that you're drinking enough water. If it's hot at home, you got to stay hydrated. Water is really important to make sure that your bodies continue to function properly while you're exercising. I'm going to clear my space, get myself ready for the next workout, the next exercise. We're going to be heading into some push-ups with bird dog, which means we're going to challenge our core. We're going to challenge our upper body a little bit from a pushing perspective. And we're going to make sure that when we have to do any type of partnering, even for ladies, locking that shoulder into place, it's going to help to support your body when you're dancing with a partner, even if you're not lifting, although that tends to be more common these days that women are lifting as well. So we need to make sure that you're capable and ready to go with that type of training as well. This is not just for guys. This is for anybody who dances. This is going to help you. And even if you're just dancing recreationally or you're trying to have some fun, absolutely nothing wrong with doing this type of workout to try and get your body in as best shape as possible to handle what you're doing in the studio. Oftentimes I hear from dancers that they don't really feel like they need to lift weights or that lifting weights isn't good for them. There's so many benefits to lifting, guys. It improves your bone density. It improves the connective tissue between your muscles and your ligaments and your joints. It helps your body to stay healthy when you're not in the studio, so that when you come into the studio, you can do your best work. We don't need to do this every day. We can do this 2 to 3 times a week. It really depends on your load and how much work you're doing. But when you're getting in there, you want to make sure that you are ready to go, ready to work, and nice and strong. And training like this is what's going to get you there. If the push-ups that we do in a minute are a little bit too challenging, I'm going to show you guys a couple of different variables that you can use to get other options. If you're not quite there with the push-ups, I'm going to do the most difficult one, but I will break it down into some other options that you can do as well. Do those and progress towards the most difficult one as you go. I'm going to do it with you. We're going to have a minute break in between each one again, and then we're going to get into it and do it one more time. We have 3 sets of these push-ups. We're going to get to it, and I'm going to show you what we're doing in 3, 2, 1. You're going to come down to the ground. Just going to move my mat aside. You're going to come down to the ground. Hands directly beneath your shoulders. In a push-up, we want to make sure that the elbows are not flaring out to the side like this, and they're not too close to the body like this. We're coming back at a 45-degree angle, and then as you come up, you're going to extend your opposite arm to opposite leg. If that's too challenging and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, just do the push-ups or just do the bird dog. If either of those are too challenging, you can drop to your knees and do it like that, but try to challenge yourself, try to improve your work, and make sure that you are progressing every time you do this workout. So this is what it's going to look like. Hands directly beneath the shoulder, coming down, up, down, up. If you're just doing the bird dog, you can do it on the ground like this, 10 of those, or you can do it on your hands and knees. Or if you just want to do the push-ups on your knees, keeping a straight line through your body, lowering to the floor, helping yourself up if you need to, or lowering to the floor and pushing up. So let's get into it, guys. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2. Make sure that the hips aren't rotating. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, minute on the clock. Rest time. Get some water, guys. Have a towel off. Make sure that you're ready for the next set. If you're doing this and you need a little bit more time to get through the exercises, go ahead and pause when I hit that minute timer. Rest a bit longer. Just make sure you get in those exercises that we're doing. So this one works a couple of different things. You're working your chest strength. You're working your shoulders and your triceps. These are push-ups that your ballet teacher didn't give you as a student. These are the ones that are also going to work your core stability and your cross-body movement for coordination. Plus, you're getting a little bit of hip extension through the glute as well, which is strengthening your glutes. It's strengthening your position, potentially long-term for your arabesques, and it's going to help not just with your upper body strength, but with your lower body and core control as well. We're going again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really stabilize. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next minute break. Here we go, guys. I'm going to towel off a little bit. I'm working hard over here. I hope you guys are working hard at home. challenging yourself, pushing yourself in ways maybe you haven't done before. Now, here's the thing, guys. You need to make sure that you get your recovery in as well. So if you're getting to that point where maybe you can't complete all the exercises, that's perfectly fine. Way to do that, if you want to increase the amount of reps that you can get in, you might need to rest a little bit longer. If you're finding that you are able to complete the exercises, but you're really struggling or you're a little bit more fatigued, take a longer rest. What you can do is you can pause the video, come back to it when you're ready, maybe give yourself an extra 30 seconds to a minute, come back, do that last set, which we're going to get into in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, guys. Have a rest. I'm setting that timer for 2 minutes now. Before we get into the next exercise, we're going to set up in a minute. It's going to be some Renegade Rows. You can either do them in a full plank or on your knees. It's going to challenge your core again, but this time we're working the horizontal pull. We just worked the horizontal push, and we have to work both sides of the body. Oftentimes in dance, you'll notice we do a lot of stuff in turnout, so we're only working one part of the body to maintain that rotation. And that's great for skills, but what it does is it limits your ability to functionally move, for example, right? Something that you might be challenged with is your knees start to hurt because the outside of your quadriceps are becoming super developed from that external rotation, and you're not getting the VMO or the inside of the quadricep to make sure that your knee alignment is staying controlled while you're doing your outside exercise, right? Get some water, guys. So, as you're training, we need to make sure we got 1 more minute. We need to make sure that our bodies are staying balanced. And that's why we're about to do a row that has a similar pattern to the push that we just did. So we're in a horizontal position on the ground for that push-up. We need to get into that horizontal position on the ground again for our row. If you did it on your knees, you're going to do this one on your knees as well. You can grab a mat if you need to for your knees. If you did it on your toes, I want you to try to do it on your toes as well this time. However, this gets to be a bit challenging because your core is probably starting to get a little bit fatigued from all of the work that we're doing. And your core is always working, guys. You don't need to do heaps and heaps of crunches at the end of your exercises to work your core because it's doing it while you're training. If you're engaging your abdominals while you're doing your squats, while you're doing your push-ups, while you're doing your rows, you're going to find that your abdominals and your core get strong anyway. So this workout is going to train the rhomboids, the muscles that come in between your shoulder blades, and it's going to also train, again, that core stability while you're doing that work, which means counter rotation is playing a part. It's going to help your pirouettes. It's going to help your stability. And then eventually you're going to find that you're much more stable, better balance, stronger back, better supported port de bras, and your teachers are going to love you. So here's what you're going to do. Grabbing 2 dumbbells, you're going to come down to the ground, either on your knees or your toes. I will do it facing this way so you can see the rowing pattern. You're going to pull the weight to your ribs and back down. Ribs and back down. You're going to do that, again, 10. So 5 on each side, and then we're going to have a minute rest. If you're finding that this is challenging, remember, guys, you can take a little bit of a longer rest. You can grab some water. You can get lighter weights. If it's too easy, lift the weights, get up on those toes, and let's get into it. We're going to go for the rows in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest. As you're doing these rows, it is really important that you keep your hips still. We want to pretend you're balancing your water bottle on your lower back. Now, as you do it, think like you're squeezing your shoulder blades back together and holding and stabilizing, and not just pulling with your biceps, but you're actually retracting the shoulder blade to pull that weight in towards the ribs. If you're not getting it all the way up to the ribs, the weight might be a little bit too heavy for you, and you need to lower that weight so we're getting full range of motion. It's very important that we work into the full range of motion in our joints so that we're not reducing our mobility with the functional training that we're doing here. We've got 20 more seconds, guys. Grab some water, prepare your souls, relieve the trauma, get rid of all of those bad life choices. We're throwing all of that energy into our rows. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2. Keep your hips stiff. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a rest. Now, if you're getting challenged, maybe that on the toes is too hard. Remember, guys, you can always come back down to your knees. We can do it here on the knees. Or if you want to make it even easier, pull the weight directly beneath your shoulders so you're not engaging too much of that core to stabilize while you're doing the work. It's going to make sure that you're able to complete all 3 sets, but the progressive overload is important. So if that's too easy, don't just do 3 sets of 10 and make it super simple. I want you guys challenging yourself. I want you to take your workout to the next level. I want you to become the best possible athletic artist that you can, because that's what Athletistry is about. It takes practice for many years, but you guys can do this. We got 15 more seconds. Have some water, towel down. Make sure you're ready to go, because I am in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome work, guys. We've just got one more exercise to do, and then it's stretch time. We're getting our bodies moving again. We're getting them mobilized, and then we're going to finish off with some nice breathing. But first, we've got our little core finisher. So what we're going to do for our last exercise, I'm going to take you down to the mat. We're going to do something called a dead bug. In this dead bug, we have a few variations that we can utilize to ensure that our bodies stay healthy and that we're not hurting our back. When we come down to the mat, you can either just bring your knees up and hold. You can hold that for as long as it takes me to get through the workout, or you can alternate. So you would cross one hand over, arm is going to come up, you extend that leg out and come back. Extend and come back. Extend and come back. As you're doing this, we want to make sure that we don't have any light coming through under our backs. We're pushing our low back into the ground with a slight posterior tilt. Our hands are pressing against our knees. We're engaging our diaphragm and supporting through this entire movement. You're going to do 10 extensions on one side and then 10 extensions on the other. And we're going to get into this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2. If you're holding, you're just staying in that position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3. Keep that low back in the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest, guys. Coming back up. So this exercise is fantastic because what it does, it's not about crunching. It's not about abdominal flexion. What we're working on is stabilization through that cross-body motion. You'll notice a lot of the stuff that we've done today has either had cross-body or stabilization elements to it. And the reason for that is because the whole purpose of what we're doing here today is to help your body to be more stable when you're doing complex movements in ballet class. If you're struggling with this, it means that you really need to work on that stabilization of the body. Oftentimes we find dancers are fantastic movers, but maybe they didn't crawl as a child. And so that cross line movement is actually lacking just because they never developed it. And so what we want to do here is rebuild that back in a parallel alignment so that their natural walking pattern improves, their natural cross-body connection improves, and then when they go to dance, that coordination of opposite side and rotation comes in naturally because they've strengthened it in functional movement. So we're going again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stabilize through the low back. 9 and 10. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest, guys. So we're setting that timer for a minute. We're starting to come down a little bit with our energy just because it's getting to the end of that workout. We're really focusing in on the stabilization of our pelvis, stabilization of our core, making sure that we're able to hold that counter rotation. So when we have to turn out at the bar, we have to lift our leg into arabesque or even our leg out to the side. We've got that counter rotation to what that gesture leg is trying to do. It's very important that you develop that because over time, what will happen is maybe your hips will try to take over. Your quadriceps will try to do more work. And if your core is not stable enough through work like this, then it's going to end up causing you things like hip impingements, knee problems, all kinds of other injuries. So we really want to make sure that this type of work is a major part of your training. Have a little bit more water. We're getting into our last set, and then it's going to be time for a little bit of a cool down, some breathing, and that's our final words for this workout. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swapping sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, guys. You made it through the main part of the workout. Give yourself a huge round of applause. Awesome work. You are awesome. You kicked ass. And let's get into some stretching. All right, guys, our first stretch is going to be a couch stretch up against the wall. Now, there's a couple ways that we can get into this stretch. You can either just put your foot up against the wall and then slide down, get your knee to the floor, or you can turn your leg in this way and then swing it around and then pull yourself up. That's kind of my favorite one, although it can cause a little bit of a hamstring cramp when you do that. So I'm going to put the timer on for 1 minute. It's really important as we're stretching our quadriceps that we do exactly what we worked and we mobilize that back again, because when you're strengthening things, when you're working on developing that power in your legs and that strength in your muscles, they will stabilize, which means that mobilizing them is absolutely essential at the end of the workout. It's what you should do anyway at the end of any class or workout. Stretch a little bit to get that mobility back into your body, because doing the contraction of the muscle is actually strengthening that muscle, potentially shortening it in that contraction. So when you're in this stretch, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can lift one arm up and lean over. That's going to get a little bit more of a stretch through the abdominals and into the psoas. You can also try to tuck your pelvis a little bit, so we're getting a bit more of that hip flexor release as well. This will also help to alleviate any low back pain if you're struggling with that because of tight hip flexors or tight low back, maybe from some anterior tilt. Okay. Swapping sides, guys, going over to the other side. It's also really important that as we do this exercise, that we breathe, because if we don't breathe into the stretch, what ends up happening is we don't actually allow for that relaxation in the muscle, and we're still just tensing because of the slight bit of discomfort that the stretch causes. So again, reaching up and bending over, or just tucking a little bit into that to get a bit deeper into the hip flexor and into the quadricep as well. Doing this stretch, especially for dancers, can help to alleviate knee pain. It can help to make sure that your quadriceps are gliding properly. It can also help to reduce any tension that you're feeling in your hip flexors. Instead of just doing a bunch of straight hip flexor stretches, actually doing this can help to reduce that. So we got about another 20 seconds here. Just relax into it, breathe, and enjoy the stretch. It's very important to feel that relaxation as you're stretching. Just a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, what I would suggest, grab a towel, or if you have a bar like this one, you can use that. We're going to get a little bit of a shoulder opener going. So what we did in those push-ups, we actually tensed the pectorals, we tensed the shoulders, and you want to have an open shoulder and open back for your port bras. So we're just going to do some shoulder dislocators like this. You're going to grab at a width that you can handle, go over and back. We're just going to do that 10 times. 3. This is just stretching out the pecs. 4. Opening the chest, undoing your life choices and those push-ups. 5, 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, and 10. Well done, guys. I'm going to grab my mat. We're going to do a little bit of breathing together. We're almost done for today. I have had a great time training with you guys. Let's bring this back to our mat. Sitting down in a comfortable position. You can either cross your legs, you can put them out in front of you, whatever's most comfortable, but you're going to close your eyes and we're going to count your breaths. You're going to breathe in through your nose for 5 counts and out through your mouth. Going like this. In for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 2 quick breaths in through your nose and big breath out through your mouth. Again. 3 more. Last one. Slowly opening your eyes, feeling awesome about the work you've done today. Remember, guys, all this stuff takes practice for many years. I can't wait to see you in the next workout. Redo this one every other day if you want to as well, but have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next one.